Good morning children and welcome back to the biology class. Today in this class we will continue the chapter 7, that is diversity in living organisms. Some points of this chapter already we have learned in our last class, that is hierarchy of classification, their groups. We learned about the groups of kingdoms and their classifications. Okay, so today we will learn about the Plantae, group Plantae. Clear? Before starting our class, please be ready with your book. Plantae. The first level of classification among plants depends on whether the plant's body has well differentiated distinct components. The next level of classification is based on whether the differentiated plant's body has special tissues for the transport of water and other substance within it. Further classification look at the ability to bear seeds and whether the seeds are enclosed within fruits. So, in the Plantae group, it is the first level of Plantae group. The first level of classification among the plants, it depends on the body of the plants are well differentiated. Well differentiated means all the leaves, branches, roots are differentiated, different. We can distinct it, clear, or so that based on that, leaves are different, stem are different, like a big tree, like a banyan tree, neem tree. We can say this green color is the leaf, then brown color is the stem, then down it is underground, the roots are there. So it is called the different parts. Okay, different parts are distinct or clear. Then it is the first level of classification. The next level of classification is what? Plant's body has special tissue for transportation. Like we already learned about the xylem and phloem are there for transporting food and water in the body of a plant. So that is present in the plants or not, they have to find out that. Okay, that is the second level of classification in the plant. And further, in next means classifications, it is based on whether the plants they used to bear the seeds, means seeds will be produced or not, and the seeds are under some cover or naked, means open. So based on that. Clear? So first is the Thallophyta. In the plants group, first is the Thallophyta. Plants that do not have well differentiated body design fall in this group. So it is a plants, but it is their body designs are not well differentiated. Leaves, roots, branches are not different. Okay, not differentiate. It is not clear, not distinct. So that group falls in this Thallophyta. The plants in this group are commonly called algae. Algae, maybe you have seen ever. It's a green color, very small plants, and sometimes what happen is in some places or staircase where continuously water used to flow, in that part sometimes green sleepy, some it's like a carpet, some things will grow, that's called the algae. So that is the plants, but we cannot find out where is the leaves, where the roots and all. So it is falls in the group Thallophyta, algae. Okay, these plants are predominantly aquatic. These plants are algae are what? Aquatic, means it used to grow in the water. Example are Spirogyra, Ultrix, Cladophora and Chara. So these are the example of algae. Okay, here some pictures are given. It is Ultrix and Cladophora. It is look like this, but when you see from it is under the microscope, you will see like that, but when you see from your naked eye, you will see just like a carpet on the floor. Okay, it's look like just a carpet on the floor. It's a green color. And Spirogyra used to sometime maybe you have seen, if you have seen the pond or somewhere where the water is logged, like a some hole is there where the water logging is there, water used to there, then you will see on the top of that layer some green color cover is there, like a carpet. Some green color will be float on the upper layer of the water, so that is a algae. So we cannot find out if they have a leaves, roots or not. Okay, so their bodies were not well differentiated. And this is a Spirogyra, this is a ulva. Okay, and this is a Clara. Clear? Next group was the Bryophyta. These are called the amphibian of the plants kingdom. Amphibian. Amphibian means those plants which can grow either on the grow in the water also and on the land also. Okay, so that is called the amphibian. The plant body is commonly differentiated to form stem and leaves like structure. So here in this group, plants are look, their body is differentiated like a stem and leaf like structure. Some leaf like structures are there, stem like structures are there, but you cannot say it is a true stem or leaves. It's look like a leaf or form a stem. However, there is no specialized tissue for the conduction of water and other substance from one part of the body of the plants to another part. But here they don't have any special tissue for conducting water and substance from one part of the body to the another. Example are moss, Funaria and Marsantia. That moss are also very small plants. Maybe you have seen, sometime you have noticed or not, don't know. It is also grow like a velvet or grow like a this carpet sometime on the land. But that carpet, some little thread like structure will be come out from there. Okay, and sometime you have see on the tree trunk, means big tree, their trunk you will see, or bark of the tree you will see some green color, some patches will be there, means if you touch it's like a very smooth, means very soft patches will be there, and that patches will be little hair like structure will be grow out from there. Okay, so that is called the moss. Okay, and Marsantia. So this is the example of Bryophyta. Look here, Bryophyta means, in Bryophyta what will happen, body is not completely distinct, only some stem parts will be there or some leaves like structures are there. Okay, so here the example of Bryophyta, Riccia, Marsantia, this is a Marsantia and this is a Funaria. Okay, next comes the Pteridophyta. In this group, the plant body is differentiated into roots, stem and leaves and has specialized tissue for the conduction of water and other substance from one part of the plant body to another. Some examples are Marsilia, ferns and horntails. So in this group, in Pteridophyte groups, the body of the plant is differentiated into roots, stem and leaves, and they have a special cell for conduction of special tissue for conduction of water and other substance from one part of the body to another. Okay, for example is given Marsilia fern. Fern, many of you know the fern. Have you seen a fern? So fern is what? It's a big tree? No, it's a small herb like tree. No, so herb like plants. So here the stem also there, leaves also there, roots also there. You can find out the stem, leaves and roots in the fern, but it's a very small plant, not a big tree. Okay, so this falls in the Pteridophyte group, but they are not bearing the flower, they are bearing the seed. The Thallophyta, the Bryophyta and the Pteridophyta have naked embryos. Okay, they are having a naked embryos. Mean they are embryo means they are seed. We can say seed. It cannot say it is a complete seed. It is called the spores. They are forming the spores. Okay, it's like a seed, but very soft, very delicate. If you touch it, it will be break down. Okay, so it's forming that. So, but that is the naked one. Means they are not under any cover. The reproductive organ of plants in all these three groups are very inconspicuous, and they are therefore called cryptogam. So reproductive organs of that is they will reproduce from the spore, so it is very inconspicuous, and therefore it is called as the cryptogam, or those with hidden reproductive organs. Okay. On the other hand, plants with well differentiated reproductive tissue that ultimately make seeds are called phanerogams. That means the plants which are reproduce from their spores, but they cannot see it is a true seed, or their reproductive organs you cannot see from where they will reproduce. That part is called the cryptogams. And on the other hand, you can say the reproductive parts are well defined, or make seeds are, when they make the seeds are called as the phanerogams. Okay. Those who cannot make the seed, they are called the cryptogam. Those who make the seed are called as the phanerogam. Seeds are the result of the reproductive process. They consist of the embryo along with stored food, which serve for the initial growth of the embryo during germination. This group is further classified based on whether the seeds are naked or enclosed in fruits, giving us two groups, Gymnosperm and Angiosperm. Again, these pteridophytes are divided into two more groups based on the seeds are naked or covering enclosed in a fruits. So we are getting another two groups, that is the Gymnosperm and Angiosperm. Gymnosperm. This term is made from two Greek words. Gymno means naked and sperm means seed. So these gymnosperms came from the Greek word. Gymno means what? Naked. They are not having any cover. Seeds are not having any cover. And sperm means seed. The plants of this group bear naked seeds and are usually perennial, evergreen and woody. Example are pine and deodar. Okay. So deodar. So these plants are what? They are bearing the naked seeds, and that plants are perennial. They are evergreen. Every time they are green and they are woody. Example are what? Pine and deodar. This is the Pinus cycas. Okay. This. Angiosperm. This word is made from two Greek words. Angios means covered and sperm means seeds. The seeds develop inside an organ which is modified to become a fruits. So in the angiosperm, what will happen? The seeds are inside a fruits. Okay, that's why they are called as the angiosperm. Angios means covered and sperm means seed. These are also called flowering plants, and these angiosperm plants are also called as the flowering plants because it used to bear the flower. Plant embryo is in seed have structure called cotyledons. So plant embryo which are present under some seed means structure which bear the seeds is called as the cotyledon. Embryo, where from the seed will come out. Maybe you have seen, no, that one pea, one single seed, and from the middle of that two, and from there one outgrowth will come out when they used to grow the plants. When you take out, when you break the pea, then you will get a two half. Okay, so that's called the cotyledons. Okay, cotyledons are called seed leaves. That cotyledons are called as the seed leaves because in many instance, they emerge and become green when the seed germinates. Thus, cotyledons represent a bit of pre-designed plant in the seed. The angiosperms are divided into two groups on the basis of the number of cotyledons present in the seed. Plants with seeds having a single cotyledon are called Monocotyledonus or monocots. Plants with seeds having two cotyledons are called dicots. Okay. First, this is a flowering plant. It's a monocot. Monocot means what? The seed. If the seed, you will break the seed, only one part you will get, not the two part. Like a gram seed means a chana, no? If you break it, the chana, then you will get it two parts. The chana will break into two parts. So that is the dicotyledon. Okay, they are called the dicots. And if some seed, if you break it, if you take out the outer cover, then you will get only the one seed. So that is called the monocot. Okay. This is the classification of plants. Do not have differentiate body design. Thallophyta have differentiate body design without specialized vascular tissue, with vascular tissue. Bryophyta with vascular tissue, it goes into again two parts. Do not produce seeds and produce seeds. Phanerogams, cryptogams. Okay. Then pteridophytes. Again, this is divided into two parts. Bear naked seeds, bear seed inside fruits. It is called the gymnosperm, naked seed one, and it's called the angiosperm. Angiosperm again divided into two parts. Having seed with two cotyledon, dicots. Having seed with one cotyledon, monocots. Okay. So student, this much for today's class. In the next class, we will continue the chapter 7. In that class, we will learn about the group Animalia. Till then, here is some home assignment questions for you. Write down the answer and send me in WhatsApp group. Thank you and have a nice day.